Hey, everybody. I want to talk about CryptoPredict, which is my project. Now, there is a lot of betting that goes on all sorts of fronts. It's Academy Awards, it might be policy decisions around interest rates, elections, and so on. And of course, everybody knows, at least to some degree, that there's a lot of betting on sports. There's less known and less activity around crypto, but it has been gaining ground. And there is a unique gap in the market. There is no single place you can go to see what is the wisdom of the crowd, so to speak, and how can these prediction insights maybe give us a better sense of where the crypto market is going. So I'm addressing that problem for enthusiasts, crypto curious, and small investors, let's say, noting this really is for educational and entertainment purposes first and foremost. Having said that, this is real data. It's pulling from three different APIs. So let's get into it. I start with price forecasts, and what you're seeing on the left is the most popular coin, Bitcoin. You see the current price, the target price for Q4 2026, which you see in the drop down. I'm going to go to end of year so you can see how that changes. And what it's showing here is the progress to target has already been met. So actually, if it fell a little bit to 100,000, bettors think that that's where it's going to end by the end of 2025. Now, the confidence interval is displayed at the bottom of every card. So in this case with Bitcoin, it's quite high at 78%. Now, of course, you could sort these A to Z by the name of the token or the coin, by confidence level or price. So that gives some degree of control over your dashboard and some additional ways that might make sense for what the user wants. Now, if we go down to market predictions, what you're seeing here is a bit more of a macro view. So, for example, Bitcoin is worth 40% of the overall coin and token market from a market capitalization standpoint. And what this is showing is, will that fall below 40% by the end of the year? And the market is not confident that will be true. About 43% think that's the case. So let's keep going. The next thing here is market catalyst. And this is my favorite section because what you're seeing here is events that could really move the market in one significant way or another. So, for example, there's a Federal Reserve meeting coming up in July here in the US. And if they cut the rates, interest rates, that is, this could see a Bitcoin rally because it would create more liquidity. Now, no rate cuts, maybe there's some stagnation in the market because of it, so that would be viewed unfavorably. And so there's many different things here. There's a regulation bill that's coming in September, and there's questions about whether another country like El Salvador will have a major reserve and investment in Bitcoin. So all of these things are captured. Now, the next section here is on crypto news, and these are headlines from the latest and greatest, what people are looking at. You can sort it by popular, sort it by trending. You can do different categories here or by different coins. And all of this information, these, by the way, go to external links. All this information is updated every 5 minutes or so, at least. And here's the attribution of the APIs at the bottom, CoinGecko, CryptoCompare. I did mention there's a third one, which is the Fed calendar, which is when the Federal Reserve meets. You can go to, and by the way, all prices are USD as indicated here in the footer. And I want to remind people again, this is for information and entertainment purposes only. I don't want to be sued if this is wrong. And then you have the back to the top. So it's a pretty fully featured app, and you can see it's mobile friendly as well. As far as what I'm going to do forward, I think. Oh, I forgot to mention there's this light mode too. I would like to do some more visualizations and trending over time, including back, not just forward predictions. And then I would like to apply it to different verticals. So there's a lot of interest, for example, in doing this with business news. That was my initial plan, stock market. It was tougher to get the APIs working, so I did this pivot. And then in terms of how this was built, I used Claude AI for the prompts, product requirement, document, and research, competitive research, and so on. I did use GoDaddy to purchase the CryptoPredict.app domain, and then Bolt for the front end and back end. So thanks very much for taking the time to look at this, and I'm really pleased to share it.